You're on now.
My name is Jody Ewert and this is my presentation. The Great Barrier Reef is one of the world's 7 natural wonders and one of the most popular tourist attractions on the planet. Its beauty is in abundance and is home to thousands of coral reefs, marine plants and animals. The World Wildlife Fund described the reef as having turquoise waters, kaleidoscope corals and abundant life. Fishing in the reef has become a favourite pastime, source of food and income for centuries. It is a billion-dollar business which has had some devastating ecological effects on the health of the Great Barrier Reef. Fish have been fished to the point of near extinction. Species cannot reproduce to meet demands of commercial fisheries. Fish which are important for a balanced, healthy ecosystem have been depleted. Fishing methods such as trawling and net fishing are not only destructive for the reef's ecosystem, these methods also create a catastrophic problem for all marine life, as not only the targeted species are being caught. This is called bycatch. Bycatch is the incidental catching of other fish and marine life, including sharks, dolphins, dugongs, seabirds, sea turtles and seals. The earliest records of overfishing extend as far back as the early 1800s, when the world's whale population was depleted. As the worldwide demand for more fish increased, the fishing industry grew and developed larger and more sophisticated fishing vessels with advanced technology, which could locate and extract the targeted fish, including fish that would dwell deep in the ocean waters. Unfortunately, the billion-dollar fishing industry has created serious consequences, including near extinction for ocean species, and has pushed the ocean beyond its biological limits. Laws and legal fishing zones have been put into place to protect fish stock numbers and other marine life, yet evidence shows that every year thousands of recreational and commercial fishing boats are fined for fishing within illegal zones. The issue of overfishing needs to be addressed. If the history of the ecological impact upon the reef is to continue, then the future of the Great Barrier Reef will be uncertain. Sustainable fishing should affirm an ocean full of fish for the future, and that the fish which reach the plate have got there with minimal impact on the marine environment. This is achieved through responsible fishing practice, a change to destructive fishing gear to minimise the effects of bycatch and reef destruction, legal and illegal fishing zones, and education on sustainable and responsible fishing. My research involved reading through the national and international environmental pages such as National Geographic and Australian government sites. Search engines were used to gather information. To narrow the results returned, more specific and unique words such as overfishing threats and sustainable fishing were used, relating to sustainable fishing within the Great Barrier Reef. The crustacean krill is a staple diet of many whales, seals, squid and seabirds. If krill were to disappear, then so would many of these creatures. Destructive fishing practices such as trawling makes contact with the ocean's seafloor and therefore can have devastating effects on habitats and ecosystems. Dugongs are marine mammals which swim in shallow waters and feast upon seagrass. Dugongs have a slow breeding rate and are particularly susceptible to factors that threaten their survival. Under the Great Barrier Reef Marine Park Act, the dugong is listed as a protected species and is also listed as being vulnerable to extinction under the World Conservation Union. Dugongs were fished in the early 1800s for their oil to produce cosmetics, and even though they were officially declared protected in 1888, the harvesting of these species continued. The dugong provides a perfect example of how, although these mammals were fished 100 years ago, the effects are still affecting their populations today. Every planet and animal in the reef has an important role to play, which gives balance to the marine ecosystem. Overfishing disturbs this balance and has put the future of the Great Barrier reef at risk. Significant improvements have reduced the impact of fishing within the Great Barrier Reef, such as bycatch reduction devices, total allowable catches, and the adoption of tag and release fishing. Regardless of these measures which have been taken to ensure sustainable fishing, healthy fish stocks, healthy ecological systems, and protected marine life, the impacts of fishing on the ecological health of the Great Barrier Reef will continue to pose a threat to the future. Links to the Australian curriculum and references. Thank you for your time.